As the playoffs approach, every game matters. Tonight, the Vulcans travel to Tippin Gymnasium to take on a Golden Eagles squad that is looking to keep pace in the playoff hunt. Hello everyone, I'm Allison Steinheiser. Alongside me is Cody Jeanette. And Cody, let's go into the last game for California. California defeating rival IUP at home.
It was, and it was a big win, 62-56, your final score in that one. Caitlin Frotz leading the way in all of scoring with 20 points, and Ashley Hines, yet again, dominant presence underneath on the baseline with 6 total rebounds. And as for Clarion, they are hungry after a loss to Seton Hill, 69-56, but you got to keep an eye out for Hannah Heater, 15 points, 16 rebounds for her 8th straight double-double of the season. She's one of the biggest threats there.
And Hannah Heater likes to play against this California team. In the last meeting, Heater had 24 points. The Vulcans weren't able to win those, 77-66. Taking a look now at the players to watch for California, you're going to have to look at a player that might not be starting, but is probably going to see quite a bit of time, and that's Cece Dixon.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye out for players like Cece Dixon and Shanice Clark. Those two both have been secret weapons for head coach Strom coming off of the bench in clutch situations. Cece Dixon had a big game a couple weeks ago against Slippery Rock, and Shanice Clark can really fill in for Ashley Hines in underneath on the baseline to get those key rebounds. And as for Clarion, we haven't said enough about her already. Hannah Heater, the biggest threat, and she has a fun time against the California Vulcans, scoring a lot of points, getting a lot of rebounds, and just being an overall nuisance to this California team.
Taking a look at the starters for both teams. For California, you have Emma Mahadi, Caitlin Fratz, Mickey Glenn, Irina Kukul, and Ashley Hines. On Clarion's side of the ball, you have Holmes, Jasmine Boyd, Raven Jones, Emma Fickle, and Hannah Heater.
It's big starting lineups for both of these teams. Both coaches going with their best players to start out the game. It's spelling out to be a fantastic Saturday evening basketball game here at Clarion. California taking on the Golden Eagles. It'll be fun to watch.
It should be a fun game, and Hannah Heater is lining up for the jump ball with Irina Kukul. We're getting down to the wire here, so this game very big for points, especially for Clarion. So we get set, and California gets the tip. It's Fratz bringing it up. She drives inside, can't get the shot to fall. Rebound goes to Ashley Hines. Kicks it out to Kukul. Now to Glenn, who's going to reset. Mahadi for 3. That's good, and the Vulcans have a 3-0 lead.
And it looked like Clarion was going to win that initial tip, but then Caitlin Frotz out of nowhere just took the tip and created that offensive opportunity.
Steal here by Kukul. She's going to bring it up, gives it to Fratz. Fratz cross court to Mahadi. Mahadi open 3 again. That one no good. Rebounded by Boyd.
Boy, just imagine that. 6 points for Emma Mahadi, not even 30 seconds into the game.
Fickle driving inside, kicks it out to Holmes. Holmes keeps possession at 18 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Slowing down the pace, goes to Jones, Raven Jones. Back to Boyd, Boyd down low, that's no good. Rebound falls to Ashley Hines. Vulcans still lead 3-0, 1 minute into this game. Fratz kicks it out to Glenn, now over to Kukul. She's gonna try for 3, that's no good. Rebound pops out to Heater.
Just an unfortunate bounce. I believe California still has yet to attempt a jumper from the field. We saw a couple layup attempts though.
Heater inside, throws up a shot, that's good. 2 points for Hannah Heater. The Vulcans still lead 3-2. Mahadi brings it up. Gives it to Kukul, she looks to drive inside, she will, throws up a shot, will not fall, it's gonna go out of bounds off of Hannah Heater, so the Vulcans will get possession.
Vulcans will be inbounding it here on a key early offensive possession. If you want to get out to an early lead, now is the time to do it and get the momentum in your favor.
18:30 left to go in the half. The Vulcans lead 3-2. Mahadi goes to Glenn. Back to Mahadi, now to Irina Kukul. Kukul on the wing, looks to drive inside, and says she's gonna pull up, take a 3. That's no good, in and out, rebound goes to Jones. Hannah Heater brings it up, gives it to Holmes, and there's gonna be a foul here against Emma Mahadi. That's her first, team first.
And that is the game's first foul. So California gets on the board first with their first foul. And one thing you always want to keep an eye on is foul trouble, especially early on in the game. Don't want to give up too many cheap fouls because they could come back to haunt you.
Holmes brings it up, gives it to Fickle. Now to Boyd, now to Jones. Tried to go inside to Heater, miscommunication there, and Hines gets the steal.
Hines was the only one there.
Glenn goes to Kukul. Now to Fratz. Caitlin Fratz. Looking to set something up, goes to Mickey Glenn inside. She's going to be fouled, and she will go to the line for 2.
That was a very risky play there by Glenn. Clarion playing a very tight defense within the three-point arc. There were no defenders outside of the arc there, so that could be why we're seeing a whole bunch of three-point shots early on in the game. California not getting many opportunities underneath.
And that's Hannah Heater with the foul. That's her first, team first. Vulcans up 3-2 with 17:48 left to go in this first half. Glenn misses her first on the year. Mickey Glenn from the free throw line is shooting 82.5%. Glenn's second shot is up. That one is good. Mickey Glenn gets her first points of the game. The Vulcans now lead by 2. That shot will not fall. Rebound kicks out though to Holmes. Now out to Fickle. Fickle for 3. That one no good. Rebound once again by Holmes. The Golden Eagles reset. Give it over to Boyd. Inside to Heater. Hannah Heater around Kukul. Gets her own rebound. Throws that one up, and that one's good. 2 more points for Hannah Heater. She scored all 4 of the Clarion Golden Eagle points. Fratz inside to Kukul. Kukul's shot is up. That's no good. Rebound falls. Heater was the last to touch it, so the Vulcans will get the ball with 17:08 left to go in this first half.
There's a great effort there by Ashley Hines to get the rebound and put up a fight against Hannah Heater. Otherwise, she would have come down with it without any trouble.
Mahadi loses control. It bounces to Kukul. Now to Glenn. Glenn's going to reset the offense. To Fratz. Now to Kukul. She's trying to find a lane. Gives it back to Fratz. Back to Glenn. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Drives inside to Ashley Hines. Backing up Heater. Throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Heater. Holmes brings it up. He's going to take draw the foul, excuse me. The foul's going to go against Caitlin Fratz. That's her first, team second.
And Fratz is going to be, or not Fratz, I beg your pardon, Cece Dixon will be checking into the game along with one other California player, that's Shanice Clark, into the game for the Vulcans.
Ashley Hines takes a seat on the bench, as will Irina Kukul. Ball is inbounded to Boyd. She looks to drive inside. She pulls up, takes a shot. That's no good. Rebound comes to Dixon.
Both of these teams right now playing very tight defenses from inside the three-point arc. Not too many jump shots or layups have been falling through.
Glenn kicks it out to Mahadi. Mahadi looks for someone. It's going to be Clark inside. Throws up a shot. That does not fall. Rebound comes to Heater. Quickly up to Fickle. Fickle throws up a shot. That is good, and Clarion takes their first lead of the game, 6-4, 16-10 left in the half.
Clarion taking their first lead of the game with that shot, 6-4. And we have just over 16 left to go in the half.
Clark gets the ball at the top of the key, gives it to Mahadi. Mahadi steps inside for 2. That's no good. Heater once again scoops up the ball. Holmes brings it up. Turns, gives it to Heater. Heater showing her range there. Does not get the shot to fall, and Clark comes down with the rebound. Mickey Glenn brings it up, gives it to Mahadi. Mahadi drives inside, kicks it out. She's going to get called for the travel. She took too many steps as she tried to make the pass, and we've reached our first media timeout.
Well, that would have been a fantastic combination from Mahadi to Fratz if that would have worked. If Mahadi was just a little less anxious on her feet, that would have been a perfect play, and then Fratz would have gotten an easy, wide-open 3, and California would have had the lead back.
And Cody, we talk about the playoff race coming up here. 3 teams in the PSAC West have already clinched in Edinburgh, Gannon, and California. The rest of the teams really battling. California's at 9-4. IUP's in 4th right now. They're at 6-6. So really, it's anybody's. And Clarion's right now is tied for that number 6 seed with Mercyhurst.
Yeah, the middle of the road is in between, it's a 2-game difference between IUP and Seton Hill in the 4th spot and 8th spots respectively. IUP with a 6-6 record in conference play, Seton Hill 4-9. That's only a 2-game difference. So right now it's crunch time for all of these teams. California battling for a higher spot in the standings, and the rest of the teams in that 2-game differential gap are fighting for that last spot.
They really are, Cody, and not only do they have to worry about this, but they also need to focus on the regional rankings as well. You do not want to take a bad loss, even if you're already in there. And one thing to point out too, California also has one more bye left, and that will be next Saturday. So they have 2 games after today in the regular season. Clarion leads 6-4, 15:32 left to go in the first half. And Clarion inbounds the ball. Kate Seabaum as well as Chelsea McKnight checked into the game. Boyd tries to drive inside. She throws up a shot. That will not fall. Rebound comes back to Boyd. She tries to go out, and she will to Raven Jones.
Just over Shanice Clark's fingers, just over it.
Jones tries to drive inside, finds Fickle. Fickle is getting it called for the travel. So another turnover, and the Vulcans will get possession.
And now California, this is a good opportunity to capitalize on an opponent miscue. You're down by 2. Tying this game or taking back the lead will be a big momentum changer.
Fratz gets the ball from Seabaum. She looks to drive inside. She will, throws up a shot, draws the foul. She will go to the line. The foul is going to go against number 12, Boyd. That's her first, team second.
And Boyd wasn't happy with herself after she went down to the court. And we have an injured Vulcan down on the court.
Caitlin Fratz went down hard. After that foul, she was trying to go up and ran into Boyd.
I thought I heard a not so pleasant noise, but my first instinct was that it was Boyd when she went down to the court, but it very well could have been Fratz. And it looks like she's moving her hands around, so she's okay in that regard.
She is, and she's a big player for the Vulcans, being attended to right now by both the California trainers as well as a trainer from Clarion. Just making sure she's okay as she went down very hard, I believe, on her back. And Fratz, we've talked about it before, she can do it from anywhere. She's not the biggest player in the world, but she's not afraid to drive inside and take that physical contact.
Yeah, she can go underneath or shoot from beyond the 3-point arc. We saw it in this game alone by itself just now. Fratz had one of the opening opportunities in the game, but unfortunately it didn't fall through. Fratz, one of the team's leading scorers, averaging 11.9 points per game. She's a valuable asset to this Vulcan team.
She's a very valuable asset as she is slowly getting up now with the help of some of the trainers. Have to see here as she's going to go to the bench. We'll have to see who takes the foul shots. It's going to be Emma Mahadi who will check into the game for Fratz.
Mahadi from the free throw line. Is averaging a 32.5%. She nails the first one.
Hits the second one as well, and it's tied up at 6. Heater gets the ball top of the key. 14:45 left to go in this first half. Inside to Boyd. Boyd pulls up, takes a shot. That is good for Boyd. She gets 2 more points.
Heater with the eagle eye in the sky, able to find Boyd in the midst of 2 Vulcan defenders. Great pass there underneath.
Kate Seabaum gives it to McKnight. Chelsea McKnight looking for some help. She's got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Inside to Clark. Shanice Clark throws up a shot. That's no good. Tries to get her on rebound. She does. Throws it back up, and that one is good. 2 points for Shanice Clark, and the Vulcans tie the game up at 8.
And there's that presence that we were referring to in the open. Shanice Clark and Ashley Hines both have that in common, being able to assert themselves on the baseline.
Raven Jones gives it to Heater. Heater throws up a shot. She's going to draw the foul. Against California, it's going to go against Kate Seabaum. That's her first, team third.
It's been a very close game overall to start in the first 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Fouls are even, scores even. It could be the difference. It could 1 point could make or break the difference.
Hannah Heater hits her first. Checking into the game will be Kelly Johnson. Checking out will be Emma Fickle. Heater's second is no good. Rebound comes to McKnight. Seabaum goes to Mahadi. Now out to McKnight, and she saves it. As the pass slipped through her fingers, back to Mahadi. Across the court to Dixon. Dixon looks to drive inside. She will, throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound comes to Heater. Johnson brings it up now, gives it back to Jones. Jones, down low, Boyd, shot no good. Rebound comes to Shanice Clark. Seabaum brings it up, inside to Dixon. Dixon turns around, throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound falls to Clark. Clark's shot is good. Another 2 points for Shanice Clark.
Cece Dixon's shot was in all day long. It was just an unfortunate bounce out of the rim, but luckily Shanice Clark was there to capitalize on the rebound.
Raven Jones looks to drive inside. She's pressured, gives it to Boyd inside, now to a wide open Heater, and that shot no good. Gets her own rebound, throws it back up. That shot gets partially blocked, and Dixon comes away with it. Now it's Seabaum to Mahadi. Back to McKnight. McKnight throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound bounces out. Clark gets it. The Vulcans reset up by 1 with 12:33 left to go in the half.
That was almost stolen away by Kelly Johnson, but couldn't quite control the pass and just went out of bounds off of her fingers. So we're going to see California inbound it, and Caitlin Frotz now checks back into the game. She will be inbounding it.
Irina Kukul checks in as well.
Good sign to see Frotz back on the court.
Seabaum brings it up, gives it to Kukul. Kukul looks to drive inside on Heater, throws up a shot. That one is no good. Rebound bounces out to Seabaum. She takes a shot. That's no good as well. Dixon gets it. Gives it to Seabaum. Seabaum to Frotz. Frotz drives inside. Kicks it over to Mahadi. Mahadi, 3, no good. Seabaum comes down with it.
That is going to be a traveling call against Seabaum. So that will be a big turnover for California after a regardless of how it ended, it was still a great series of events for the Vulcans. A lot of offensive rebounds, even though their shots may not have been falling through.
Right now the Vulcans are doing a good job down low, and they need to continue that. They've limited Heater for the most part. She still does have 4 points in this game. The Vulcans, though, up by 1. And Cody, we talked about the West earlier today. There were some games earlier that could have helped decide some of the West, I know Edinburgh defeated Gannon on Wednesday night, and they traveled to Mercyhurst, they had hosted Mercyhurst today. That game was almost another upset, but Edinburgh was able to hang on in that game, so they improved to 12-1. Looks like they're going to take the top seed in the PSAC West.
Yeah, it's those top games that everyone's going to be keeping an eye on. Like even this one right now, California's still battling for one of those top spots. And that's where all the attention is. California battling for all that they can, along with the other teams at the top of the standing. It's going to be a hard-fought battle for those teams to get a good playoff spot and even a possible bye.
Checking into the game for Clarion is Jen Straw. She gives it to Holmes. Holmes down low to a wide open Heater, and Heater once again puts it in.
California's defense somehow missed Heater. They were shifted all on the far side of the court. Heater left wide open.
Dixon throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound comes to Straw, but it goes to Dixon now. Vulcans reset. Frotz to Dixon. CC Dixon kicks it out to Kukul, she almost loses control. She does lose control. It's going to go on the ground, and Heater's going to come away with it. Gives it to Straw. Gets the bat stolen back by Mickey Glenn. Glenn drives inside, throws up a shot. That's no good, and Straw gets the rebound. Johnson drives inside. Her shot is good for her first points of the game.
And now California is going to maybe start to hope to change the turn of events here. Clarion with a 3-point lead now.
The ball goes out of bounds off of Straw. Checking into the game will be Ashley Hines and Elena Antonenko for California.
And checking into the game for Clarion will be Jasmine Boyd. She'll be checking back into the game.
Glenn gives it to Fratz. Now to Mahadi. Mahadi looking for help, gives it to Antonenko. Antonenko looks to drive inside. She throws up a shot. That one is good. Antonenko's first 2 points of the game pulls the Vulcans within 1.
Antonenko back and strong, attacking the paint without any hesitation, throwing the shot up there with ease.
Heater gives it to Jones. Jones controls the ball, tries to go to Heater, and that pass is blocked by Antonenko with 10:17 left to go in the first half.
It goes flying out of bounds, so Clarion will be forced to inbound it from underneath their own basket. With how tight these teams' defenses have been underneath, who knows what will happen.
Pass tried to go inside to Jones, or excuse me, that was Boyd, but it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will still be favoring Clarion, though. There are 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
Now we're seeing a substitution come in for Clarion. That is Emma Fickle checking back into the game.
Johnson inbounds to Holmes. Holmes still has possession, gets double teamed, gives it to Heater. Heater tries to go inside, and then she goes to Johnson for 3. That's no good. Rebound comes to Fickle. Fickle throws it back up. That's no good. Heater gets the rebound. She turns, throws it up, and that one is good for Hannah Heater. 2 more points, 15-12 now the score.
Heater playing against her favorite team, the California Vulcans.
Mahadi kicks it out to Glenn. Glenn gives it to Hines. Ashley Hines looking for some help. She thought about going to Fratz, instead goes to Glenn, now to Mahadi. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mahadi steps inside, takes a shot. That's no good. Rebound bounces out to Johnson. Johnson brings it up. Looking for some help. Goes to Boyd. Now back to Johnson. She resets the offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Drives inside, kicks it out to Holmes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Almost has it stolen away, goes to Boyd. 5 seconds, there's gonna be a foul against Antonenko. That's her first.
The one-on-one defense almost paid off for the Vulcans. I really thought they were gonna be able to run the shot clock down, but Antonenko was just in the wrong place at the wrong time on that one and tripped up one of the Clarion players.
9:04 left to go in the first half. Clarion leads by 3. Inbound pass to Heater. Almost knocked away by Antonenko. Heater controls it though, backs up Antonenko, throws up a shot. That's no good, and Hines gets the rebound. Glenn quickly up to Antonenko. She turns, throws up a shot, and that is good for Elena Antonenko. Her 2 more points for her.
And Antonenko with the big pump fake to draw off the defender. If it wasn't for that pump fake, that shot would have been blocked a mile away.
Holmes gets it stolen away by Glenn. Mickey Glenn brings it up, gives it to Antonenko. Antonenko throws up a shot, and that's good for 2 more points.
4 points in less than 20 seconds for Antonenko. She's really coming back strong off the bench.
Emma Fickle gives it to Holmes. Holmes looks to drive inside, bounces it to Heater, but that's stolen away. Fratz brings it up, goes to Hines. Ashley Hines gets that shot blocked by Boyd. Fickle gives it to Holmes. Holmes back to Boyd. Boyd throws up a shot. That will get the friendly roll, and they retake the lead 17-16.
Boyd with the very friendly bounce there. You were right, Allison, on that shot. I thought it was going to be deflected off the side of the rim, but Clarion evens out the momentum a little bit with that one.
Caitlin Fratz has control. Fratz tried to go to Glenn. Glenn is able to get control, drives inside. She looks to throw up a shot. She's going to get called for the offensive foul. And Clarion will get the ball.
And the shot would not have counted either. So with 7:38 left to go in the half, Clarion still leads by 1, and they're going to be getting the ball back.
So far in this game, Clarion has done a very good job of getting the ball down low and just outworking the boards right now against California, and it's really showed. California's taken 5 fouls, only 2 for Clarion, and Hannah Heater having a great game once again.
Hannah Heater seems to always have a great game against the Vulcans. You really can't count her out, especially if you're head coach Jess Strom and leading your forces out to defend against offensive threats like Heater and Johnson and Fickle. Fickle with a few nice attempts for 3 from beyond the arc, but California right now has 5 total team fouls and Clarion only with 2. So that's really going to affect their game. They're going to start to play a little cleaner, and that could be why you're starting to see a lot more opportunities down low with a lot less risky style of play by these Vulcans, creating some more opportunities and flaws in the defense, and the Golden Eagles are finding them.
And you may have noticed that we just have one camera right now. A reason why is Clarion had a big wrestling match here earlier today, actually right before this game against Oklahoma State. So because of that, we were not able to get into the building until a little bit later, but still able to come here and bring this game to you, the fans, right here. And this is a big game for Clarion. California, though, you want to keep playing strong as you come down the stretch.
You got that you were the 3rd team to clinch. California was the 3rd team to clinch, and right now they're just battling for that higher spot to face one of the lower teams in the playoffs.
Jones gets possession, gives it over to Fickle. Fickle, a long 3, that's no good. Rebound comes to Mahadi. Mahadi gives it to Glenn. Glenn quickly up to Seabaum. Seabaum steps inside, pulls it back out now, looks for some help. It's Fratz. Caitlin Fratz looking to drive inside. She pulls up, looks for help. It's Glenn. Glenn with the jumper. That's no good. Rebound comes to Mahadi, but that's going to be an over-the-back foul against her. That's her 2nd.
And that is California's 6th team foul. One more foul committed by the Vulcans, and Clarion will go into the bonus. And with Clarion having the lead by 1 point, 17-16 right now, it's been a low-scoring game for both sides as of right now. If you give one team that advantage, it could come back to haunt you.
Nice passing by Clarion there. Emma Fickle finishes it off, and Clarion takes a 3-point lead. Seabaum brings it up. Jumper for 2 is good. The Vulcans pull within 1 once again with 6:40 left to go in the half. Quick pass up to Fickle once again, wide open down low. Gets her shot blocked by Antonenko. That shot no good as well, but it comes down to Clarion.
Clarion being able right now at the past few possessions to send players very deep underneath, and they're wide open. California's defense is missing them.
Boyd drives inside, gives it to Heater. Heater with the spin move. She's getting called for the travel. Hannah Heater just moved that pivot foot a little bit too much on that move.
And that would have been 2 more points to add to Heater's stats of the game. Still, you can't say enough how much of a threat she is against the Vulcans.
Clarion still leads by 1. Fratz looking to drive inside, kicks it back out to Glenn. Glenn almost loses control, regains it. Goes in, gives it to Seabaum now. 9 seconds on the shot clock, goes to Antonenko. Antonenko turns, throws up a shot, and she's gonna draw the foul. Elena Antonenko will go to the line for 2.
The foul looks like it is going to go against Raven Jones. That is going to be her first foul of the game, and Clarion's 3rd. Antonenko from the free throw line has a 49% success rate.
Misses her first. Actually shooting 61.5%. Antonenko's second shot is good. Checking into the game will be Holmes once again. Checking out will be Johnson.
And thank you for that clarification, Allison. I was looking at the wrong category. I was looking at a field goal percentage instead of free throws. Just a wrong category on my stat sheet that I have in front of me, so thanks for that clarification.
That's okay. Holmes brings it up, gives it to Fickle. Fickle to Boyd. Boyd drives inside, gives it to Heater. Heater's shot is good. 2 more points, and that one was over Caitlin Fratz.
Heater seems like she's wide open no matter where she's at. This Vulcan defense just can't keep track of her.
Almost stolen away by Boyd, but the Vulcans get the break and will get possession.
Boyd is kicking herself after that one. She just had it right in her hands and then it just seemed to bobble out and go right out of bounds. She was laughing at herself, but she was kicking at herself at the same time.
22 seconds on the shot clock. Kukul has possession. Looks to drive inside here, pulls back up, turns, throws up a shot. That's no good. Gets her own rebound, gives it to Antonenko. Antonenko drives inside and draws the foul once again. I believe this is going to go against Hannah Heater.
Look at the Vulcans attacking the paint here. Kukul and Antonenko both. I don't think the ball left the paint for a 5 or 10 second stretch there. And Antonenko able to draw the foul on the shot. We saw about 3 shots go up. And Antonenko will go to the free throw line.
And the foul's against Boyd. Antonenko's first shot is good. Boyd going to take a seat. Checking into the game for the first time today will be Maria Taylor, the freshman from Monroeville, PA. CC Dixon also checking into the game for the Vulcans. Antonenko's second shot is up. This is to tie the game. That one is good, and this game is tied at 21 with 5:11 left to go in this first half. Holmes brings it up, gives it to Fickle. Emma Fickle to Raven Jones. Top of the key. Jones looks to drive inside, gets pressured by 2 Vulcans, kicks it out to Heater. Heater's pressured by 2 Vulcans, gives it to Holmes. Holmes drives inside, she throws up a shot, that does not fall, rebound comes to Antonenko.
California's defense doing something very interesting there. It looked like they were going for a very quick trap.
Fratz's shot no good, rebound comes down to Jones. Holmes brings it up. Gives it back to Jones. Jones throws up a pass to Heater. Almost has it stolen away. Now it's going to get kicked out to Fickle. Her 3 is good. Score 24-21 in favor of the Golden Eagles.
There's Fickle from beyond the 3-point arc. She's been one of the most successful 3-point shooters on this Clarion team.
2 for Fratz is good, and the Vulcans pull within 1. 4:05 left to go in this first half. Driving inside is Jones. She gives it to Johnson. That was Taylor. That shot no good. The Vulcans come down with it. Fratz gives it to Antonenko. Antonenko for 3. That one no good. Rebound comes to Fickle. Fickle brings it out herself. Still a 1-point game. Jones to Taylor. Gets that stolen away by Fratz. Fratz brings it up. Caitlin Fratz drives inside, throws a shot. That's no good. Rebound bounces off of a Clarion player. Goes out of bounds.
It looked like the ball bounced off of Raven Jones's fingers after touching 3 other different players for both squads. It was like an assembly line rolling off everybody's hands and going out of bounds, but Raven Jones was the last one to touch it. So Clarion still clinging on to the 1-point lead right now with 3:28 left to go in the half, and we haven't seen California with the lead since the very beginning of the game.
It's really been a back and forth game, Cody, and one of the things has to be foul shots. Right now, California 16 fouls, Clarion only 4, and besides that, Clarion doing a very good job of pulling the Vulcans to the outside and getting Hannah Heater open down low.
And one other thing that should be of note for the Vulcans is their field goal percentage overall, from what I can see, hasn't been the best that it has been all season, but the offensive rebounds have been huge. They've gotten a lot of offensive rebounds. There was one point where they got 4 or 5 or 6 in a row at one point, but it unfortunately ended with a traveling call that turned the ball over. But still, that's been one thing that's really been in their favor. They've been able to keep the ball out of the hands of Clarion. It could be a lot worse if Clarion had more defensive rebounds.
Vulcans right now down by 1, 3:28 left to go in the first half. Inbound pass gets tipped away by Fickle, kicked, but now Seabaum gets control, and she's going to get called for the double dribble.
Seabaum held it with two hands when she picked it up in the corner and thought she could get away with it, but the official was in the right place to notice that and got the call against her.
So Clarion will have possession. 3:21 left to go in the first half. Inbound pass to Fickle. It's going to go out of bounds off of Dixon. Only 1 second came off the shot clock.
Clarion will get a redo after that.
Inbound pass gets stolen away by Seabaum. Seabaum pressured. She's trying to bring it up for the Vulcans. She's able to. Comes inside, takes a shot from the foul line. That is good for 2 points for Kate Seabaum. The Vulcans take the lead.
The Vulcans take the lead for the very first time in a while, even though it may be by 1 point. It's a big lead change, and if they can hold it going into halftime, that'll be a big morale booster for this team.
Johnson gets pressured by 2 Vulcans. She turns, looks for some help, almost has it stolen away. And they're going to say, excuse me, it hit off of Frats. Frats doesn't agree with the call, but Clarion will have 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, head coach Jess Strom is getting a little bit animated with the officials, and Frats doesn't agree with it either, but Clarion got the fortunate call on that one.
Holmes has possession. Looking for some help, goes to Johnson. Johnson gets pressured by Glenn. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it to Holmes, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession favoring California.
And at first I thought there was going to be a traveling call on Clarion against Holmes, but either way, California would have still gotten it after the jump ball.
2:34 left to go in this first half. Vulcans lead by 1. Frats with possession, gives it now to Seabaum, over to Glenn. Back to Frats, long 3 for Caitlin Frats is good, and the Vulcans extend the lead up to 4.
Frats from a mile away with the wide open 3-point shot, gets the ball to fall through. Now with the 4-point lead, the Vulcans have all the momentum in their favor.
Hannah Heater down low, kicks it out to Holmes. Holmes looks for some help, goes to Johnson. Johnson trying to work out of the double team. She's open for a long 3. That is good for Johnson. They pull within 1, just under 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And I spoke too soon after Frats' 3. The tempo's been back and forth all game long. It's a shootout style game now.
CC Dixon with control, gives it to Clark. Now to Glenn. Mickey Glenn goes to Caitlin Frats, thought about a 3, almost has it stolen away, and she's gonna get called for the travel.
That's a little weird of a travel call after the shot seemed to have gotten blocked, but the ruling must have been that she still had possession of it after it got blocked and then took too many steps before dribbling it.
Holmes brings it up. Double team, tries to go down low. Nice block by CC Dixon, is stolen away now by Frats. Frats has Seabaum. She goes up and draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
The foul is going to be against Holmes. That is Holmes' first foul, and Clarion now with 5 team fouls in the half. California really been turning off their team fouls. They have had 6 since right around the 7-minute mark, so they've gone about 6 minutes of basketball without any team fouls.
Frats' first shot is up. That is good. Sends the Vulcans lead up to 2 with 1:19 left to go in this first half. Her second shot up. That is good as well. Vulcans lead by 3. Holmes brings it up for the Golden Eagles. Still with possession, trying to drive inside, pulls up, gives it over. Now it comes to Fickle and now to Holmes. Holmes looks to drive inside, she throws up a shot. That is good. Pulls within 1, under a minute left to play.
1 point. California's lead is now.
Seabaum drives inside. That shot is good. 2 more points for Kate Seabaum. 42 seconds left in the half. Vulcans up by 3. Hannah Heater with possession, gives it to Holmes. Holmes holds it, looks for some help. She is going to have to take a shot. Ball goes out of bounds. The Golden Eagles will maintain possession. 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
And there's 26 seconds left on the game clock. So after one shot is made, the shot clock is going to turn off.
Holmes looking for some help. She finds Heater. Heater kicks it out to Holmes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Holmes drives inside. California will get possession, and there's 18.9 seconds left. They're up by 3. They're going to take a timeout.
And that was a great effort there by Shanice Clark on that defensive stance to make sure that the ball went off of Clarion and it still went out of bounds at the same time. So since she didn't touch it, it was just a simple body nudge, and that's all it can take to throw an offensive attacker off and lose control of the ball and it go flying out of bounds. And that was a great fortunate series of events for Shanice Clark. And now the Vulcans may get the last hurrah here with just under 19 seconds left to go in the half.
The Vulcans leading by 3. They'd like to extend that lead once again. Go to the locker room with more than a one-shot game. On the floor for the Vulcans is Irina Kukul, Mickey Glenn, Caitlin Fratz, Kate Seabaum, and Cece Dixon.
And it will be Kukul inbounding it. Clarion looks like they're going to go with the full court press here.
Glenn gets possession. She draws the foul against Johnson. Kelly Johnson arguing that Mickey Glenn pushed off.
Both teams with 16 fouls now in the first half.
That is the Johnson's first, team 6th for Clarion. Almost has it stolen away. Johnson does steal it away. She goes in, takes a shot. That is good. 2 points for Johnson. It's within what? Under 10 seconds. Seabaum brings it up. Seabaum looking to drive inside. She throws up a shot. That one is no good, and the Vulcans will go into the locker room with a 1-point lead.
Oh my, that shot by Johnson. Getting a lot of redemption after that one. After having the foul called against her, manages to steal away and gives the Golden Eagles the last shot of the half. That could be big.
When we come back, second half action from Tippin Gymnasium right here on CUTV. Welcome back to CUTV's coverage of Vulcan women's basketball from Tippin Gymnasium. The Vulcans took the lead into the locker room at the half, 32-31. And Cody, let's take a look at some of the key stats.
Well, some of the key stats that really stick out to me is, of course, the score, 32-31 in favor of California. However, California from the floor is shooting a 29.7%, 11 for 37 total. And Clarion, on the other hand, 43.8%. 14 for 32. But one edge that California definitely has is the free throw percentage. They're 8 for 10, 80%. Meanwhile, Clarion is 1 for 2, that's 50%. So Clarion has gotten fewer attempts and have capitalized on fewer of them as well. In terms of total rebounds, it's pretty much dead even. Clarion has the edge, 1 rebound ahead of California, 23-22. But Clarion with more defensive, 14-10. In that regard, California with more offensive, 12-9. Both teams totaling 100 minutes of playing time amongst 5 people. The lead has changed multiple times, and California has been scoring 12 points in the paint. Clarion with 22 in the paint, and that's thanks to players like Hannah Heater, who are finding themselves wide open underneath, and the California defense just seems to be slipping through their fingers. It seems to be like they're missing them a lot. And California has 19 points off the bench, Clarion with only 7. And the bench has been really strong for California all season long, and we're seeing it here.
Hannah Heater already has 11 points and 9 rebounds in this game, just 1 rebound away from her 9th straight double-double. Holmes gets possession. Nice dribble around, gives it to Heater. Heater looks to drive inside She Wills. She throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound bounces around. It's going to come down. Hannah Heater gains control. Jones drives inside. She throws up a shot. That is good, and Jones gives the Clarion Golden Eagles the lead once again. Glenn brings it up, gives it to Seabaum. Kate Seabaum back to Mickey Glenn. Now to Mahadi, around to Fratz. Caitlin Fratz pulls up. She's going to get called for the double dribble. That's another turnover for California. They now have 8 turnovers in this game. And
this is one thing that Clarion has been doing. They've been making California pay for their miscues. And if you're any team, that's one of the just most essential strategies to win a basketball game, and Clarion really capitalizing on it.
Off the turnover in the first half, Clarion only had 4 points. California had 13. Jones looks to drive inside. She's going to get called for the travel. She took too many steps there.
1 turnover for California, 1 turnover for Clarion. We're back to where we started.
Seabaum has possession, gives it to Ashley Hines. Hines looking to drive inside, stops, and that's going to be another turnover for California. And both these teams starting out a little bit shaky in the second half.
Hines is going to be called for the double dribble there. And you're right, Allison, both of these teams probably have a little bit of nervousness in their step with the game being so close all game long. One little miscue could really, really haunt you.
Holmes gives it to Jones for 3. That's no good. Rebound falls to Fratz. Seabaum brings it up. Goes to Mahadi. Mahadi wide open 3. That's good for Emma Mahadi. 3 more points, and the Vulcans take the lead, 35-33.
Now I'll tell you what, Seabaum did not see Mahadi over in that corner. She had to call out for the ball, so great communication there by Mahadi and the rest of the Vulcans for Seabaum to be able to notice her.
Jones pressured hard. Gives it inside to Heater. Heater shot no good. She draws the foul, however. It will not be a shooting foul. The foul goes against Mahadi.
That is going to be Mahadi's 3rd personal foul with 17 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the game. So Mahadi in some moderate foul trouble here. 1 more and she could take a seat on the bench.
Antonenko checks into the game. She already has 9 points in 7 minutes. Fickle gets it to Heater. Heater throws up a jumper. That's no good. Rebound bounces around, comes to Seabaum. Kate Seabaum brings it up. Gives it to Glenn. That gets tipped away by Jones. California will get the ball under their own hoop.
Yeah, they'll have 25 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Plenty of time to work with after the quick rush back up court.
Glenn to Antonenko. 3. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Heater, and she's got herself a double-double. It's going to be a jump ball possession favoring California.
I'm sure California is very thankful that the possession arrow favored them in that jump ball, being able to get a redo from underneath their own basket with a fresh shot clock.
Ball tipped out of bounds once again by Holmes, and California can't really get anything going because of this tight defense by Clarion.
A very tight defense and a very aggressive defense all around.
California leads by 2, 17:32 left to go in the half. Glenn gets the inbound pass. She sets the offense. Gives it to Seabaum, now to Fratz. Caitlin Fratz with possession, kicks it off to Glenn. Wide open 3 for Glenn. No good. Rebound bounces out to Seabaum. Seabaum for 3. That one no good. Rebound comes to Antonenko, tips off of her hands and out of bounds.
And it looked like that shot by Seabaum was just with a little too much adrenaline. Probably got a little too excited being wide open for the 3. It airballed over the rim. A little too much oomph, as they say in basketball.
Holmes brings it up. The Golden Eagles down by 2. 17 minutes left in the half. Fickle with possession. Gives it to Boyd. It's top of the key. She's going to get called for the travel, and she's frustrated with that one.
Lots of travels and lots of double dribbles here to start off this half. It's certainly bizarre to see double dribbles, especially not as much travels, but this many in a row is a unique occurrence.
Seabaum brings it up. Both teams struggling to put points on the board right now. Seabaum is going to get called for the travel. So far in this half, Clarion has hit 1 basket. California 1. It was a 3 for California and only a 2 for Clarion. Clarion with possession. It's Jones driving inside. She throws up a shot. That one will not fall. Tipped out of bounds by Ashley Hines. So Clarion will get possession with 16:30 left in the half, and CC Dixon is going to check in for Ashley Hines.
CC Dixon going to replace that baseline presence that Ashley Hines gives, one of the secret weapons and our player to watch from off the bench.
Pass inside, stolen away by Antoneko. Quickly up to Caitlin Fratz. Fratz goes in for the layup. That is good. 2 more points for Caitlin Fratz, and Clarion calls the timeout.
Fratz giving Clarion a little bit of their own medicine with that one, being wide open down at the other end of the court. We saw that happen with Hannah Heater and Johnson a few times in the previous half, and now Fratz gets a little taste of the action, being wide open by herself, and gets the easy layup after that.
Big play by Antoneko there to get the steal off the inbound pass, and Clarion needs to find a way to hit some shots. As I said, they've only hit 1 shot so far in this half. Struggling a little bit right now. 16:23 left, and they're down by 4. And Cody, Clarion's battling for that last playoff spot.
They're one of the many teams that are battling for that playoff spot. There's that 2-game differential in there between Mercyhurst, Seton Hill, Clarion, Pitt, Johnstown, and IUP. All of those teams are still very much in contention in California's rearview mirror, even though California already got a spot. But they're battling for all that they're worth right now with the divisional records taken into consideration, the overall records. It's all so close. The PSAC West is very tight this year.
And with the Mercyhurst loss today, Clarion would be able to create some separation between themselves and Mercyhurst. As we're getting back to action here, they're down by 4, 16:23 left to go in regulation. Ball is brought up by Holmes. Holmes goes to Boyd. Boyd at the top of the key, pressured by Dixon. Now goes back to Holmes. Kicked out to Heater. Heater's shot from the foul line is no good. Rebound bounces around and comes to Seabaum. Vulcan's using a fast-paced offense here. Seabaum takes it herself. That's no good. Rebound comes to Antoneko. On the floor, Heater grabs it, kicks it out to Holmes.
Antoneko got swarmed on that offensive rebound by 3 white jerseys and just got the ball stripped away.
Holmes with possession goes to Raven Jones. Jones at the top of the key, thinks about driving inside. There's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Mickey Glenn.
Mickey Glenn will be called here for the push-off, and that's going to be her 2nd foul of the game. And California with 2 team fouls now in this half. Clarion still has yet to commit 1.
And we've reached the first media timeout in the half. 15:40 left to go. Vulcans still up by 4. And Cody, so far the Vulcans have really limited Hannah Heater's chances down low in the second half.
Yeah, we haven't called out her name too much as we did in the first half. It seems like every few seconds or so, Heater was wide open for a pass or taking a layup or getting a rebound. And right now, we haven't seen too much action from her. So California may be starting to figure out the chemistry and the balancing things out a little bit to cancel out that factor. Every team has a really big factor that you want to cancel out, and Hannah Heater is definitely the one for Clarion. If you're California, that's what I mean by that. You know, California, you could argue it's Fratz or Mickey Glenn even, and that's who Clarion might be trying to cancel out. Those 2 names have also been pretty quiet in the second half, so it's always an interesting change of events in strategies, both offensively and defensively, coming out of the locker room at halftime. It seems like it's a whole new ballgame sometimes.
Caitlin Fratz, 7 points in this game, or excuse me, she's 8 points now in this game so far today. Holmes inbounds to Johnson. Kicks it out to Jones. Tried to go inside to Heater. Heater has to bring it back out to Jones. Inside to Boyd. Boyd shot good. 2 more points for Boyd.
Boyd wide open underneath on that shot. Starting to see California play a little more aggressively up front.
Glenn goes to Antonenko. Antonenko is going to draw the foul. Foul is going to go against Hannah Heater. That's her second.
And that is Clarion's first team foul of the half.
Frotz drives inside, kicks it out to Seabaum. Seabaum trying to drive now. She throws up a shot. That's good. 2 more points for Kate Seabaum. Falcons lead back up to 4. Johnson gets to Holmes. Now to Heater. Now to Jones. She drives inside. Kicks it out to Holmes. Holmes is going to get called for the travel and yet another turnover in this second half.
The feet of all of the players on the court right now seem to have wings on them. Going very quickly and very sporadically without dribbling the ball first. Almost too quick for the dribble to be called for so many travels here in this game. It's definitely the most I've seen in the first 6 minutes of a half.
Mickey Glenn brings it up. Fickle did check in for the Golden Eagles. Kicks it out. Now it's Seabaum for 3. That's no good. Fickle gets the rebound. Fickle brings it up. Gives it to Boyd. Now Johnson controls it. She tries to drive inside. Is met by Antonenko and Dixon. And I think Antonenko is going to take the foul here. Excuse me, it'll be against Dixon. That's her first. Team third.
CC Dixon just got a little too aggressive on that previous possession there, so Clarion will inbound from under their own basket.
Boyd drives inside, throws up a shot. That's no good. Rebound falls to Seabaum. Seabaum brings it up. Goes to Fratz. She's going to go off of her leg, and it is going to be Clarion possession.
There's 14 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the game, and California still clinging on to the lead.
Johnson brings it up for the Golden Eagles. Gives it now to Jones. Jones thought about going inside, looking for some help. Now she's going to take it herself, pulls up, goes inside to Heater. Heater open, guarded by Antonenko, though, throws up a shot. That's no good, gets her own rebound. Does go out of bounds as Straw just touches it as her foot touches the baseline.
Heater against Antonenko, and Antonenko won that battle, being very, very efficient on the defense and very clean also, not committing any fouls.
CC Dixon with possession, 13:30 left in regulation. Vulcans up by 4. Mickey Glenn with it now. Gives it to Fratz. Caitlin Fratz, wide open 3 is no good. Rebound comes to Heater. Hannah Heater gonna bring it up herself. Gives it to Jones. Jones drives inside, throws up a shot, and she's gonna draw the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
And that is going to be California's 4th team foul of the half. It's going to go against Dixon. That's Dixon's 2nd of the game and 2nd of the half also. We saw her commit her first one earlier on in the half. So California certainly playing aggressively, and it's working, but it's not working in terms of the foul differential.
Raven Jones at the line, shooting 62.5%, makes it a 3-point game. 13-12 left to go. Second shot is up. That one is no good. Rebound comes to Antonenko. Mickey Glenn brings it up for the Vulcans. Glenn keeps possession. Goes to Fratz now. Caitlin Fratz to Antonenko. Back to Glenn. Over to Fratz. She pulls out and resets the play. They try to go inside to Antonenko. She does get it, throws up a shot. That is good. 2 more points for Elena Antonenko. The Vulcans up 41-36. Jones brings it up quickly. She loses control, and possession will go to California.
And on that previous shot by California, Antonenko had to work quickly. There were only 5 seconds on the shot clock, so very good time management and getting the points on the board for the Vulcans.
Mickey Glenn brings it up. Sets the offense. 12:22 left to go in regulation. Pass over to Seabaum. Kate Seabaum with possession. She has a lane. Pulls up, gives it to Frats. Frats thought about 3, but she's getting called for the double dribble. And there was the little stutter step there. She doesn't like the call, but possession will go to Clarion.
And that's not the first time Frats got called for a double dribble or a travel on a little bizarre situation, but the rule is the rule, and if you take a step without dribbling, you will get called for a travel.
Fickle has possession, looking for some help now, goes across the court to Jones. Raven Jones, double teamed, gets called for the travel. And with that, we've reached the second media timeout of the half. The Vulcans leading 41-36.
Yeah, and right now, when you take a look at how we got here, Allison, it's been definitely in California's favor. California went into the halftime with a 1-point lead, and now they jumped out to a 5-point lead. So they didn't have the lead pretty much all of the first half. They got it back late in the first half and have held on to it ever since. And now we're almost halfway through the second half, and they're still holding on to it. So as long as California maintains what they're doing, maybe play a little bit cleaner, because we have 4 team fouls against California, and Clarion only has 1. So that's definitely an advantage Clarion has. So later in the half, they may be able to get away with playing a little more aggressively against them, because California will be playing less risky to not give Clarion the bonus. But still, it's going to be a shootout game till the very end.
And both teams struggling a little bit offensively. Now the score going into the half was 32-31 in favor of California. Since then, California has scored 9 points, Clarion only 5. So the coaches would like to see those numbers up just a little bit in the latter half of this second half. California will have possession. It'll be CC Dixon to inbound. Glenn is going to bring it up for the Vulcans. Quickly to Seabaum. Seabaum almost had it stripped, maintains control, drives inside, throws up a shot. That one no good. Rebound comes to Antonenko. She maintains control, but it's going to be a jump ball possession favoring Clarion.
Antonenko very aggressive on that rebound. It looked like she got all of it, but the Clarion defense just held on to it for a little too long for it to be a clean strip.
Johnson brings it up, gives it to Jones. Jones to Straw. Straw inside, throws a shot, gets it blocked by Antonenko, blocked again by Antonenko, and Dixon comes away with it. Glenn brings it up. Mickey Glenn slows down the pace. Gives it to Seabaum. Kate Seabaum with possession, gives it to Dixon, has it stripped away. It's Johnson bringing it up. It has one defender to beat, she throws a shot, and that is good. Cuts the lead to 41-38.
And now here comes California very quickly.
Pass up quickly, Antonenko to France, now to Seabaum. Her shot no good, rebound comes down to Fickle. Clarion brings it up now. Jones inside to Straw. Straw, great job catching that pass, and she throws it up. 2 more points, and it's a 1-point game.
Oh my goodness, her feet were very close to the out of bounds line there. So this is just a very tight situation underneath, but now we're starting to see the offense wake up for Clarion.
Glenn slows down the pace. 10:30 left to go. The Vulcans lead 41-40. Antonenko, long 2. That's good. Elena Antonenko extends the lead up to 3. Quick pass down low to Heater. Hannah Heater fighting off Antonenko, gets her shot blocked. Antonenko gets her own rebound. Brings it up now, gives it to Glenn to bring it up. Mickey Glenn to Elena Antonenko. He's going to draw the foul down low, and Antonenko will go to the line for 2.
And the foul is going to be against Clarion. It's going against Hannah Heater. That is her 3rd personal foul of the game.
Antonenko at the line for 2. Vulcans lead by 3. First shot is up and good. Boyd is going to check into the game. And as will Chelsea McKnight. Hannah Heater's going to take a seat.
In the first half, Antonenko had 4 attempts of California's 10 attempts, and she made 3 of them, so 75% in the first half.
Antonenko hits the second as well. Vulcans lead by 5. 10 minutes to go in the half. Johnson brings it up. Gives it to Straw. Hannah Heater's on the bench with 3 fouls. Fickle gives it to Jones. Jones tried to go to Straw. It's going to bounce out to Boyd. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fickle inside to Straw. Straw around Antonenko. Her shot no good. Rebound comes to McKnight. Quick pass up to Antonenko. Kicks it back out. Seabom to McKnight. McKnight long 2. That's good. Vulcans extend the lead to 7.
Trifecta of passes made there by California to find the open person at the right time, and it ended up in Chelsea McKnight's hands. She was wide open from the free throw line, able to get a clear shot off and score 2 points off of it.
Vulcans lead by 7, 9:25 left to go. And their shooting has really come on in the past couple of minutes. Clarion calling a timeout to try and regroup.
Yeah, the offense has certainly woken up for Clarion. We saw they have now scored 9 points since the half started, but 5 minutes ago they only scored 5 points or so. So it's really starting to come back for both sides. California with 47 points now compared to Clarion's 40. That's where the score remains.
California definitely showing their speed against this Clarion team. Johnson brings it up for the Golden Eagles. Gives it to Jones. Jones double teamed by Shanice Clark, who came into the game. That pass to no one. I think they were trying to hit Straw there, but she was pressured and the Vulcans will get possession.
Yeah, Straw was open in the paint on that attempt, but the pass was slipped right through her fingers. Seemed like it had butter on the ball.
Vulcans are bringing it up. It's Kate Seabaum trying to get around Holmes, who checked in. She does, and she gives it to Glenn. Glenn sets the offense. To Seabaum once again. Kate Seabaum over to McKnight. Chelsea McKnight down low to Shanice Clark. Clark trying to back up Straw. She throws him a shot, and she draws the foul against Jen Straw. That's her first. Team 4th.
Now Clarion's starting to catch up to California in the foul aspect of things. California still has 4.
Clark's first shot no good. With 8:49 left to go in this second half, the Vulcans lead by 7.
These are Shanice Clark's first free throws of the game. She did not have any in the first half.
Clark hits her second. Inadvertent buzzer there, but play continues. Holmes down low 2. Boyd slips out of her fingers, and now we're going to see a couple players check in. It will be Hannah Heater as well as number 22, Jones Carey, checking into the game. This is Jones Carey's first action of the game. Seabaum brings it up, gives it to McKnight. Chelsea McKnight drives inside, throws the shot, gets it partially blocked, and Jones Carey gets the rebound. Holmes brings it up to Boyd. Boyd, jumper, good for 2. Pulls within 6.
Clarion doing all that they can to minimize California's lead. We have not seen a double-digit lead by either of these two teams yet in this game.
California passes out of the full court press. Seabaum double team, gives it to Glenn. Glenn drives inside, and there's going to be a foul down low. It's going to go against Jones Carey. That's her first, team 4th.
Both teams now with 4 team fouls. And now all of a sudden Clarion is in foul trouble, and we could see either team go into the bonus here.
Glenn at the line. Hits her first. Lead back up to 7 for the Vulcans. 8:02 left to go in the second half.
Glenn is one of the team leaders with an 82.5% success rate from the free throw line.
Glenn's second shot is up, also good. The lead extended back up to 8. 8 minutes to go in the second half. Johnson, some help, almost got it stripped, double team now. She needs somebody, she finds Heater. Heater pressured immediately by Mahadi. Back to Johnson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson barely keeps control, drives inside, throws up a shot. That's no good. Shanice Clark gets the rebound. Glenn now brings it up for the Vulcans. Glenn to Seabob. It's going to be a foul away from the ball. It's going to go on Shanice Clark.
Shanice Clark will be called for the foul there. That is her personal first and the team 5th foul. So California still hanging on to an 8-point lead, but it's these kinds of things that California definitely doesn't want to do, is give Clarion free opportunities to cut the lead.
It's going to be another media timeout with 7:25 left to go. California leading by 8, and Cody, California has done a great job down low in this second half. Once again, we talked about it last media timeout, but Clarion, they're trying to keep pace. They have a couple of big games coming up. They have to find a way to get points down low.
Yeah, getting points is, I'm going to sound so basic when I say this, but getting points is what will make you win games. And as long as if Clarion does manage to find a way and get back into this game, we have seen California keep the lead 5+ points for the past few minutes, then Clarion could really escape with a big win here against California, and it's all up to Coach Strom to tell her squad to keep playing the way that they're playing, because it's working. They've been holding the lead since the last few minutes of the first half.
And you do not want bad habits to sneak in. Now you want to keep pushing in these games, because playoffs are right around the corner, and if you have a couple of bad minutes in playoffs, that could end your season. Clarion brings the ball up. 7:20 left to go in regulation. Holmes kicks it back out to Jones. Or excuse me, that's Boyd. Boyd to Holmes. Back to Boyd, now around to Johnson. Kelly Johnson tries to go inside, doesn't have an opening though, so she kicks it to Boyd. Boyd steps inside. Her shot went off, all rebound comes to Clark.
Boyd's shot was taking out of a little bit of desperation. There was only 6 seconds on the shot clock there.
Glenn brings it up for the Vulcans. Over to McKnight. Chelsea McKnight seeing a lot of playing time today. Over to Seabob, who's also seen an increased role today. Seabob trying to drive inside. It's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to go against Jones Carey. It will. That's her second, team 5th.
Elena Antonenko will be checking into the game for the Vulcans now in substitution of Shanice Clark.
.641 left. Antonenko gets the ball, throws up a shot. Her shot no good. Rebound comes to Glenn. Glenn's shot is good. 2 more points for Mickey Glenn.
Now this is the biggest lead California has had. It's reached double digits for the first time.
Heater, top of the key, trying to drive inside. She pulls up, gets a nice pass. Jones Carey down low, can't get it. Heater gets the rebound once again, pulls it out, and shoots another 2 points for Hannah. Heater pulls within 8.
Boy, what perseverance by Heater on that previous possession to be able to get up after taking a tumble underneath the basket and then get the rebound right after it and put the basket in. Just shows you how strong of an athlete she is.
Holmes almost had the steal. It goes out of bounds though. Checking out of the game will be Carey Jones. Jones Carey, excuse me, checking in will be Emma Fickle. Seabob down low. Mahadi throws up a shot. That's no good, but she does draw the foul against Johnson. Kelly Johnson, that's her second. Team 6th.
The 6th team foul could really change the game gameplay style of Clarion here.
Mahadi hits both, extends the lead back up to 10, just under 6 minutes. Holmes has possession, goes to Heater. Hannah Heater turns, takes a shot, has it partially blocked. Good shot anyway, does not go in though. Glenn gets the rebound. Quickly up to Mahadi now. Mahadi, jumper for 2 is good. Another 2 points for Emma Mahadi, the lead now at 12.
California, they can keep this streak up. They're on somewhat of a run here. They can really make the lead very wide and give all the momentum to them.
Holmes slows down the pace, calls out the play. Stutter step, kick out to Johnson, goes through her figures, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gets pressure, gives it to Boyd, down to 5 seconds. She's gonna have to drive inside, turn, throw up for Johnson. She passes back to Johnson. Long 3, no good, does reset the shot clock. Nevertheless, the rebound comes to California.
Again, that was another desperation shot there by Clarion. There were only a few seconds left on the shot clock, otherwise it would have been a free turnover, and California would have been able to take advantage on a miscue.
Glenn slows it down now, gives it to McKnight. Chelsea McKnight to Antonenko for 3. That is good. Elena Antonenko with 3 more points. Holmes brings it up. The Vulcans lead up to 18. Excuse me, 19. 4:30 left to go in the half. Holmes drives inside, kicks it out to Boyd. Boyd steps inside, throws up a shot. That is good for 2 more points for Jasmine Boyd.
That cuts the lead down to 59-46. California still with a commanding lead, though.
Glenn brings it up. California content to slow down the pace, gets it stolen away by Johnson. Johnson coming back quickly. She throws up a shot. That is good for Johnson. 2 more points for her.
A 4-0 run for Clarion right now. The lead is cut to 11. If Clarion keeps stacking on this run, they're right back in it.
Mickey Glenn with possession. Gives it to Antonenko, top of the key, over to Seabaugh. Kate Seabaugh out to Antonenko. It goes through her hands. Clarion will get possession after this media timeout.
And Antonenko is kicking herself after that one. The ball was right in her hands and slipped right out and went out of bounds. It seems to be a common problem right now for both of these teams. We're seeing a lot of players lose possession of passes or strips after they get it taken away, and they have it clear in their hands and it just slips right out. It's been a common problem for both of the squads right now.
It really has been, and both of these teams have missed some chances. California's missed some chances to take the lead early, and Clarion, you have to be kicking yourself to be down by 11, where you had several opportunities off of California turnovers where you turn the ball right back over.
Yeah, and that especially goes for the very beginning of the half when both teams were probably kicking themselves for that. We saw a lot of travels and a lot of double dribbles to just turn the ball over back and forth, back and forth. There were a couple minutes where we didn't even see a shot attempt because there were so many turnover calls with that. But that's the definitely Clarion is hating themselves right now when they think about all the points that they could have had off of California miscues.
You're absolutely right, and Clarion, they're battling for a playoff spot right now. They have a chance today with the later game to take the lead over Mercyhurst for that last playoff spot. And unless they come back from an 11-point deficit with 3:38 left to go, they're going to be right on par with Mercyhurst still.
We have seen crazier things happen this season. It's PSAC basketball.
Johnson is going to bring it up for Clarion. Holtz gives it to Jones. Jones inside to Heater. Heater goes through her hands once again, and the Vulcans get possession.
Again, there's another ball slipping through the fingers of the intended target.
Mickey Glenn brings it up. Waits. Looks for some help. It's going to be McKnight. Now to Seabaugh. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Glenn once again. Vulcans just killing time. McKnight, 10 seconds. 7 seconds, she's going to throw up a 3. That's no good. Comes to Mahadi. Her shot does not hit rim, and Golden Eagles come away with it. Jones brings it up, gets stripped by Mahadi.
Big strip by Emma Mahadi there. That would have been an easy layup there for Clarion, and they would have cut the lead back to single digits with it. But California gets it back with a fresh shot clock, and they can afford to kill some more time off.
Seabaum brings it up, throws up a shot. That one is good for Kate Seabaum. 2 more points, the lead, 61-48. Johnson drives inside. Her shot will fall as well. Cuts the lead back down to 11 with 2:15 left to go in regulation.
Times were starting to run out for Clarion.
Mahadi gets it stolen away by Johnson. Jones brings it up. One defender to beat. Miscommunication there. Johnson a little bit frustrated, and Clarion another wasted opportunity.
Clarion's starting to get frustrated with themselves all around with these turnovers and missed shot opportunities, and they're not used to it. They had the better floor shooting percentage in the first half, and now they're wishing they capitalized on more opportunities to keep this game closer, but California definitely taking advantage and killing some more time off.
Seabaum brings it up. Kate Seabaum once again just killing time under 2 minutes. Drives inside, gives it to Mahadi for 2. That is no good. Rebound pops out to Boyd. Boyd brings it up, pulls up, takes a shot, no good. Rebound falls to the floor. Heater battling for it, gets the jump ball, possession favoring California.
Mickey Glenn, great effort there to get down on the ground and wrestle for that ball, and that didn't give Clarion another free chance from inbounding underneath their own basket. So California, very fortunate jump ball in their favor.
Kratz checks into the game for Mahadi. 1:36 left to go in regulation. Vulcans lead 61-50. Kratz is going to bring it up for the Vulcans. Maintains control. Now to Glenn. Mickey Glenn. Still with possession to Fratz now. Caitlin Fratz pulls up. She's going to get called for the travel. Frustrated once again. She can't believe she turned it over with 1:14 left to go in the game.
California definitely has the momentum in terms of time management in their favor, though. We have seen them kill off the past couple minutes of the game while limiting Clarion's points.
Drive inside. The foul's going to be called against Kate Seabaum. Fresh shot clock. Yes, fresh shot clock, because that will only be the 6th team foul for California.
Both teams right now with 6 team fouls, and there's 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go in this game. The next foul sends the other team into the bonus, and that could make or break the clear advantage that they have in the game.
Some confusion here, as I think the one official thought it was 1-1, but it is not. That's only 6 team fouls for California. So they get that cleared up.
And the rule is in basketball, 7 fouls gives the opponent the bonus.
Holmes gives it to Johnson. Johnson now to Fickle on the outside. Now to Johnson again. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Johnson drives inside, throws up a shot. That is no good. Heater gets the rebound, turns around, throws it up. That is no good. Rebound bounces out of bounds, and possession is going to go to California.
And Heater's probably frustrated with herself after those previous 2 shot attempts with how well she performed in the first half.
Under 50 seconds. Quickly up to Antonenko. Antonenko is going to step across the line. Almost has that pass picked off. Instead, Seabaum's going to control it. And they're going to foul Mickey Glenn.
And now California is going into the bonus.
Glenn will have the 1-and-1 opportunity here with 41.5 seconds left in a 61-50 lead.
Clarion right now is hoping for Mickey Glenn to miss the first shot, and then they get the quick rebound and send it up ahead.
Glenn's shot is up. That is good, so she will get the opportunity at the second. Checking into the game for the first time today will be Kara Cook. Checking out will be Holmes. Glenn's second shot is up, no good. Rebound comes to Antonenko. Antonenko turns, throws up a shot. That is good. 2 more points for Elena Antonenko to lead 64-50.
A very fortunate offensive rebound for Antonenko. And on that bonus attempt, California got 3 points instead of just 2.
30 seconds. Johnson to Heater. Heater shot up and good. 28.1 seconds.
Shot clock is turned off.
Going to be another foul here against Clarion. This will be a 1-and-1 once again for Caitlin Fratz. The foul is going to go against Boyd.
That is Boyd's 4th personal foul, so it's 1 more foul and she fouls out of the game.
26.3 seconds left. The Vulcans up by 12. Fratz misses it. Bounces out of bounds, actually, excuse me, bounces off the backboard. Antonenko gets the rebound. It's going to be another foul here against Cook. And Seabaum will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
That is her first personal foul of the game, the team 9th. They're 1 away from sending California into the double bonus now, but you're down by 12 with less than 20 seconds left. Clarion definitely has their work cut out for them.
Seabaum makes her first. And Kate Seabaum's had a very strong day today, seeing some increase in minutes. Seabaum hits her second as well. The lead 66-52 now. "15 seconds left. Johnson drives inside. She throws a shot. That's no good. It falls to Glenn. It's going to be a jump ball possession favoring Clarion with 11 seconds to go.
Clarion will be inbounding from underneath their own basket.
Johnson for 3. That's no good. Rebound comes to Boyd. Boyd throws up a shot. She's going to be fouled by McKnight. She'll go to the line for 2.
Now Clarion is in the bonus, and it took about 7 minutes for California to commit their 7th team fouls. A very clean game of basketball for California. They really turned things around to not give Clarion the edge.
Boyd hits 1 of 2. McKnight gets the rebound, and it looks like the Vulcans are going to take home a 66-53 win over the Clarion Golden Eagles.
And in my opinion, the thing that really made the game for California was what I just touched on earlier, being able to play clean basketball for over 7 or 8 minutes and not give Clarion the advantage. They had 16 fouls compared to Clarion's very few team fouls, and then they caught back up and ended up themselves going into the bonus. So California not giving Clarion the bonus in that half was definitely what made the Lance on victory.
The Vulcans take the victory out of Tippin Gymnasium. You've been watching Vulcan Women's Basketball right here on CUTV.